Hello everyone. This is February 11th, 2021, 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's about -6 degrees Celsius. I'm in the south end of Halifax, walking around today, and we're going to walk up here by the train station and walk down around to show people the way to get to Halterm. If you're new coming down here driving a truck or anything and don't know how to get there, I'll show you the way in there. And it might not be that interesting to most people in the public, but it might be. So it's a main transportation hub in Halifax for shipping, and we'll just take a little walk down there and show you that area, okay? What a beautiful sunny day it is out here, I must say. And it's chilly. It's chilly, but it's sunny and kind of nice. But it's kind of chilly on the fingers, and the wind is just a little bit sharp, but other than that, it's all right. So that's the train station area over there in the Westin Hotel. And right there is Superstore. So there's a few little things to go through around here for shopping and that kind of stuff. There's a gas station and a little convenience store right there. That's about it for down here. And there's a Tim Hortons in the south end as well, and a few other little things. We'll take a walk through the park on the way down there, and we'll take the route. Then if you're coming down here with a truck and you're not sure where to go, this will show you how to get down here, okay? I'll try not to wobble this gimbal around too much if I can help it. This is a nice little park right here. In the summer, used to come here sometimes, go down to Tim Hortons, buy a coffee and walk up here and sit here, listen to music on my phone and have a coffee and stuff like that. So anyway, there's a lot of people probably doesn't know what the name of this park is. This park is called Cornwallis Park, and that used to be the Cornwallis Inn a long time ago, and I think the statue they tore down here was Cornwallis as well. So that's what this is called, Cornwallis Park. It's kind of like a big X right down through the middle. You can cut from corner to corner. You can start up at that corner and go down there, or you can come the way I came here and go straight across and out the other corner, or take whichever corner you want, or you can go straight. So it's kind of cool. Well, we're going to go straight. Now if you come down Barrington Street right there and you're heading to Halterm, when you see that big hotel right there, you make a left, go down that street. You'll see a container right there as well. I think he's coming in. Actually, he came the right way. There's a truck route in here. You probably wouldn't be coming down Barrington. I'll show you where the truck route is, which is Hollis. You're going to come down Hollis, and when you leave, you go back up lower water. So there's a one-way street each way. But if you're already down here, you can take this street to get down here. But if you're coming from up, get off the bridge and you're coming down here, you'll probably come down Hollis Street. Which you can't miss it. There's a big sign up there coming into Halifax, says Hollis Street. Take Hollis Street down here, and the street you'll want to go into Halterm is called Terminal Road, or Terminal Drive. I'll see which it is. It's called Terminal Drive, okay? So you'll take Terminal Drive, go the way these vehicles are going right here, and that will take you down there. But we'll walk it. It's not that far, and I need the exercise. The more we walk, the better we feel. So, it don't hurt to walk. And I love walking. It's one of my favorite pastimes is walking. And you can't walk too much. Well, you could, I suppose, if you walked a lot, but you can walk a lot and it won't hurt you. So I cleaned my phone up before I started this video so I could get lots of time in here. I don't know how long I'm going to spend with you today, but it'll probably be my one and only video today as it's quite cold out. So we'll try to make it a good one, make it last, and make it as long as we can, so it'll be enjoyable. So we're on Terminal Road. And we're heading down towards the water. Now in the summertime, before COVID, that's where the cruise ships came in right there. Where I'm looking right over there where all those buildings are. That's where the cruise ships came in. You'll see some more containers going in and coming out. It's a very busy place here. So it's not hard to find, and I'm just showing you this to make it easy for you if you ever come down here and you're wondering what to do. It's quite easy to find your way down here. Just remember, coming down, you take Hollis Street, and going out, you take Lower Water, which you get both right up here. You come back basically the same way, and then you take Lower Water to go out, because they're one-way streets. Okay, so there's where the cruise ships used to come in, right over here. Very busy place in the summer. I heard that farmers market is going out of there. I read it, or somebody told me they read it, or somewhere, that they were moving the farmers market. I think my son told me it's going to be no more in there. They're going to be taking it out of there and another location, which I'm not able to tell you that right now because I don't know. So this is an area I haven't really walked down or done any videos in all the time I've been in Halifax. We used to park in this parking lot right here, and sometimes we drive over here on Saturday before COVID ever came along and spend a day on the waterfront when the tourist was all here. We'd park in that parking lot right there. It says all day parking $10, but if you do it online and you don't have to put money in that machine, you do it online and use your card, well then it's cheaper than that. I think it's $6 maybe, something like that for the day on Saturday. So that was our parking lot when we came downtown. Now I think we use a different spot now. Now when I get to the next street sign, I gotta double check and see if this what if this is still called Terminal Drive. I believe it is, but we'll double check as we get down here. And I see the speed limit is 40 down here. So if you're flying down through here, be careful, because speed limit 40. Wouldn't want to see you get in trouble, get a ticket or something on your first trip down here. So speed limit 40 on Terminal Drive. You can see the sign right here, Halifax Seaport. Canard Center is in here. And we're down in the area of the old Pier 21. I don't think it's right here, but we're in the area. I think we're close by there. I've seen it several times. It's a museum, I guess, now. You walk through there, and we may see it yet. It might be down here. But I think it's on the other side of this building here. If I get time, when we get all done this, we'll maybe walk over there and I'll just show you that too, if I can. No, here it is right here. Okay, the famous Pier 21. This is where all the people immigrated to Canada used to come through here. They come on the boat and they get off and come right through that immigration center right there on Pier 21. So maybe we'll just walk over there and I'll show you a little bit of that on our way to the Halterm. Okay, because this is quite an interesting thing right here. It's a museum now. You can walk in there and see how everything worked in there, and stories about the people who immigrated here. And they came from Europe, all over Europe and different places. And there's an old railway car the Canadian National used to use. You don't see those anymore now, but that was one of the coaches. They still got trains, but that's an antique car now, because it's not, those type aren't in use anymore, but no doubt it'd still be comfortable. And I'm trying, my gimbal for some reason is, I don't know what it's doing while it's doing this. It's, no matter how I turn it, wants to still look the same way. It's like it's tracking something, but I never set it for tracking. So I don't know why it's doing that. I'm trying to, hopefully it'll fix itself. It did that yesterday to me and I could not turn it. I don't know what's up. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to turn it right around. Hopefully, I might even have to turn it off and turn it back on. I didn't want to, but because that interrupts the video. But it don't look like it's gonna fix itself. And I'm trying my best to fix it, but no, it's not gonna fix itself. It just wants to keep tracking. Like there is a tracking setting on here, but I don't have that on. So I don't know what's going on. So bear with me. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. Okay, I think I fixed it. I turned it off, turned it back on. It seems to be okay now. All right, so there's the Pier 21. I just walked out here to show you that, and we'll go back out now. So now I know what to do when it does that. I have to turn it off and turn it back on. That happened to me a couple of days ago. I was making a video, and I didn't know what to do, and I spent a long time on it. and I had to cut that piece out of my video where I was trying to get it working, and so now I know what to do. I have to stop the video and restart it if that happens. This technology is not perfect, and sometimes these things will happen, and I didn't touch anything to make that do that, but it decided on its own to do it. Anyways, okay. Now we got a sign here about the terminal. This area is under video surveillance. So from here, there's nothing says I can't walk down here. I won't go anywhere I'm not supposed to go. But we'll walk down here as far as we can and show where Halterm is. You can see the cranes in the distance there. That's where they unload the containers. And I was a trucker for 30 years, and I came down in here several times and dropped containers in the port here and took empties back out. And that was okay because I was supposed to be here then. Now I'm just down here videoing, so I see we got the Canada Border Services van here and somebody on duty down here, so but that's all right. We're doing anything we're not supposed to do here. So I just wanted to show you the port and how to get down here. The wind's blowing a little bit today. I'm going to put my hand kind of over my microphone. Maybe that'll, because the wind's blowing right on it. It's probably going to make a racket. So I'll try to shield it and keep it from the wind if I can. So there's not a whole lot down here except the terminal, and we're near Point Pleasant Park as well. That's something for another day. It's too cold for Point Pleasant Park today. That's something for a nice warm day, not a cold day in February. Okay, here's your sign right here. Ocean Terminals, Halterm, Container Terminal, straight ahead. And if you get this far, you'll get down there because you just follow the signs. It'll take you right in there, show you where to go. And when you get through the gate, somebody there will tell you where they want you. So it's not that hard. But anybody new, as a new driver, when I first came down here, I hadn't been driving that long. I guess I worked for another company, but we didn't really go anywhere much. Just worked around Fredericton, local around there. And then I went to work at Fast Tracks in Division of Dane Ross. And then we started going all over. And this is one of the first places I came to, was Halterm. And I had no idea how to get down in here. I remember my first trip down here, it was a little confusing. So I'm just doing this to show any other person a way to come from a small town and you're coming down here with a container. It's not that hard. Just when you're coming into Halifax, look for Hollis Street. Come straight down Hollis Street. When you see the big hotel there by the train station, make a left. That's Terminal Road, and follow that right down. And watch the signs. It'll bring you right down to the terminal. Okay. I see they have a lot of enforcement officers down in here. They got a police station across the road. They had border services up there. They got something else over there. So you gotta watch yourself down in here. But I think you're allowed to walk. I'm not. Have to pass through any gates. So I have to be careful not to get somewhere where you get into trouble here. But like I never come down here walking. This is not a lot down here. Nothing down here unless you work down here. There's nothing really to come down here for. I just come down here to show you what the terminal looked like in here, and there's a big ship right in the port here now, getting unloaded or loaded, and it looks like that could be grain because that's where they unload the I guess load the grain. Could be both. But that is where they pump the grain over into those silos over there, right where I'm looking now is the grain silos. And I would imagine it goes through all those, there'd be pipes up inside of those covered in area there. Looks kind of like a walkway. There'd be pipes over to the silos for the grain. And they unload the ships right there or load the ships there, I'm not sure. Probably loading the ships, but possibly the other way around, but I think they're loading them. So you'll see the gate now to Halterm, which I'll walk down here to the corner, and that's as far as I'll be able to walk. Right, so unless you're on business, you can't go through that gate. That was a very long time ago. I made my first trip down in here. I was just young, didn't have my truck license that long, and I was so excited to be driving. And now I wouldn't care if I saw another truck, because I've done it so long and I'm tired of it. I'm retired now, so I don't really want to do it again. But I guess we can walk down this way a little farther. Might as well, we're already here. There's Midland. My wife works for Midland. So this is your grain silos down here. Back a very long time ago, before I ever had my trailer license, I used to work at a feed mill up in Ontario where we had grain. We used to pick it up out of farms, bring it into the feed mill, and then people would come and buy it from there. A lot of it was used for horse feed. They had a mixture. They mixed it up in and put it in bags and sold it to farms that had horses. Horses were bigger, more horse farms than there was cattle farms around the Toronto area, because horse racing is big. In fact, my ex-boss in Ontario, where I worked at the time I retired, he had some race horses. And that's how I met him. My first trip meeting him, I took some horse feed to his farm, and he offered me a job on his driving tractor trailer for him. So that was my very first trucking job. And that was because he had race horses. So there you go. So we walk down, you can get a kind of a good look at Halterm. Even though can't go in the gate, you can still see the place pretty good. See, it's quite a large area down in here. And there's tons of containers down here. It's amazing, the operation down here. It's a big operation. I've been in the Montreal container terminal, and I think this is probably as big as that one. If not, it's pretty close. So this is a nice little walk down here. It's sunny. It's not too bad, a little chilly, but it's okay. I'm glad I got my gimbal fixed. It likes to do things like that, and the trick is knowing what to do when that happens. Because sometimes you have to just, it's like a computer. You got to turn it off and turn it back on when it starts doing things that there's no, you don't know what's wrong. Why is it doing that? It's not supposed to act like that, but it does. So you turn it off, turn it back on, and then it's all right. So this is the same thing. I had an update on this. I did that this morning. I thought that might be what was giving me trouble. And a little yellow sign came on my screen there saying, do an update. So this morning, after I had everything all charged up, I took the time to do that update before I left home, because I figured that might give me trouble. Yeah, that helped, I guess, but it still acted up. But I got a feel it could be cold weather too that's affecting these things. I guess got that feeling that the cold weather has an effect on these gimbals. I'm looking online at another device that's different than these gimbals. It has a little gimbal on it. It has its own camera. It's just like a stick. And I'm going to make do with this year. And I think before the next year, I'm going to have one of those, because I got to get my use out of this first. You got this now. I got to use this till it's when it starts to really get worn there. I'll get one. Next thing will be one of those sticks with the. And what the feature about those is that you can card, and you don't have to worry about filling it up with the storage, and you have to stop your video because it's full. You don't have to deal with that because you just take the card out and put another card in and start over again. I think it said that one card will go about 2 hours on one card, and so when that's full, you can just take that out, put another one in, there you go again, they're good for another 2 hours. Whereas the phones, I'm going to turn around right here because we're pretty well down to the end of this now. So I'm just showing you the Halterm operation here. It's a big deal. It's a lot of containers down here. We never went all the way down, but that's close enough. And we'll walk back up. And this will make a pretty good video, I think, because a lot of people have never been down in here and don't know what's down in here. So there's your grain trucks. And bulk comes in bulk. And I'm pretty sure the farmers ship it down here and it goes on the ships and goes to other countries from here. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And I've never done that, but I would think they would be going from the farms and going on the boats. And you never know, they could be taking something back with them too when they dump something off. They could be picking up some other product, bringing it back. I don't know about that one, not up on all that, but I do know that's the grain silos down here. And that walkway would be the pipes coming from the ship when they unload it on the ship and pump it into those silos, which would be in the probably hundreds of thousands of tons of grain in those silos. Can't tell you the amount, but it would be a lot. They'd have a lot of storage in there. Okay, we'll make our way back up through the Halterm area, and so the water's way out there where you see that walkway kind of thing extended out there. that goes right out to where the ships would be. Ships would be parked right there, and they can get the cargo off the ships, bring it in here. That would be one right there, that milling trailer. It could be even, some of them probably picking up stuff for flour mills. So there's all kinds of things. There's some stuff going in, some stuff coming out. I gotta show you this on the sidewalk. Because there's so many trucks and then there's trains and things, they got a warning on the sidewalk to watch out. Look, listen, and live. And it shows a picture of a train crossing the street right there. And that would go for trucks as well. Keep your eyes open because there's a lot of trucks moving around down here. Yeah, people can walk here. You can't go on the other side of that fence. You're safe down here just walking around because that's okay. It's a sidewalk. We're allowed to walk through here. You're just not allowed to go on the actual property of Halterm. So this is a very noisy area in an industrial area with a lot of vehicles moving around and a lot of noise. You can probably hear the background noise coming. That would be probably blowers blowing grain in or out of those silos. You can see the big hotel in the distance there, the Westin, where we started this video out, up in that area. And if you keep right on going around here the way I was walking, you'll come to Point Pleasant Park. And that's a major park in this area, a big kind of trails and trees and hills and all kinds of stuff. And there's a beach area there and all that stuff. So one day when it's nicer out, I promise to go down there and we'll spend some time in Point Pleasant Park. Do about an hour-long video down there. Because it's a beautiful spot. If you've never been there, you're missing something because it's really nice in Point Pleasant Park. I've been there several times since we've been here. And I love going there because it's great. You get a great workout walking around too. There's a lot of hills. And it's kind of fun walking around there, walking up and down the hills and get a good leg workout and good for your breathing. We're walking right under where the pipes go across now, where they unload the ships. And quite an operation down here where all these things are. And here must be the, oh no, this is the mission to seafarers. Hours of operation, some 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's some kind of an office for people. I guess when they come off the ships, they can go in there and I see they have washrooms and things, and I'm not all sure all what they do. But the mission to seafarers. Anyways. And that would be a tunnel under the tracks, which I'm not going to take it. Maybe you can. It looks like it might be open to the, let's see what the sign says here. Pedestrian walkway. That'd be kind of cool to walk through that, wouldn't it? Pedestrian walkway, motorcycle prohibited. Okay, let's go through it. I didn't even know it was here until right now. So here we go, through the pedestrian walkway. We'll see what's on the other side. Now, isn't this fun? Yeah, never knew it was here before. So, I got something interesting for you people to see that's watching this video. There's a tunnel that goes under the tracks. And then we'll come up the other side and see what's here. How cool is that, huh? maybe we'll take another route back. We'll see where this goes. If it goes up to the street, we might not bother going around the other way. That's probably a shortcut down to Halterm from Barrington or something. Well, this is really nice here. I had no idea it was here. There's I think I know where I am. I think I know now. I think this is going to come over to, this is the area where I get the work done on my car. Because I think I walked down the street once when I was over here waiting for my car to get done. So I'm pretty sure I know where this is. And if it is, it's a big shortcut back. It is, yeah, because I see the Tim Hortons here in the south end. It's a big shortcut. It probably saved me 15 minutes walk at least coming this way. I had no idea that was there. So if you're walking down in the south end, you come down Barrington Street and you go past this Tim Hortons up here, just follow it right on down. Don't take the turn that bears to the right, but stay to your left and you'll come to that little tunnel down there. And you'll walk right through it, and it'll bring you right out by Halterm. So how cool is that? That saved me about 15 minutes walk, and I had no idea it was there. So I like to share these things with you people, and if I discover something, I've been here 2.5 years, didn't know that was there. So if I discover something along the way that might help you, I'll pass it along, because that's what we're here for, to discover ourselves what's here and pass it on to the people out there that might be interested in it. So that was our trip to Halterm. Let's see, how many minutes have I spent here? 36 minutes so far. What else do you want to see? You want to see something else? There's my shop where I get my work done, right over there where it says Napa Auto Pro. That's the shop that does my work on the car. And I've said it before, and I'll give them another plug. They're the best. I've never been to a ranch that treated me as good as that one, and done as good a job, and the price is good. I wouldn't say it's a fly-by-night operation. Don't charge much. No, it's not like that. They're professional mechanics, and they charge you going rate, but they don't overcharge you, and they give you a good deal if they can. And sometimes they'll find you a part at a cheaper price than maybe somebody else would tell you. So I know that because I had that experience. And well, there's where I started out this morning, a while ago. I started out here at Tim Hortons. I was in there taking a break, and but I turned on my phone just down the street here, closer to the train station, because I wasn't sure how long this little trip was going to take. And I made quite a discovery there. I'm glad I did, because I didn't know that tunnel was there. Now I know. I guess the employees that work in Halterm, if they live over here, they would really love that tunnel, because it would save like loads of time instead of walking up by the train station and around and down all the way back down again. They just go right under the track, right through that little tunnel, and they're there. So that was a nice discovery, and try it out someday if you're down in the neighborhood. If you like discovering things, take a walk through that tunnel. So I'm almost, the wind's really blowing. I'm glad I got a microphone, but you probably can still hear some of the wind. I'm going to try to shelter the mic. It's on my jacket pocket. If I keep my hand in front of it, it might help. So that's what we'll do. And somewhere along the way here, I'll end this video, but I'm just going to keep walking, because you might as well see something else that's here. No point in turning it off. So once I download it, I can erase it off my phone, so it's not going to hurt none. Let's go across the street. and we'll walk this way. Because sometimes you walk on the opposite side of the street, you get a different perspective because I always walk on that side, so you see better what's over here. So if I walk over here, you'll see better what's over there. That makes sense? Okay. I love these old buildings in the south end here. They're all nice. The nice houses down here. It's a nice place to live, but I prefer the north end because it's a little busier up there. A little more things there to do. So that's the only reason. The south end is a nice place too. It's just a matter of what you prefer. And I don't live in either place because I live across the harbor in Dartmouth. But who knows, one day might end up over here. Maybe, maybe not. It all depends. It all depends on the prices that things are going for. Everybody knows that Dartmouth is cheaper than Halifax. If you're renting, probably buying too. But if you're renting, it's cheaper in Dartmouth than it is in Halifax. For the same thing, costs you more over here. So that's why we live in Dartmouth, because it's cheaper. Well, we've been out here in the cold quite a while now. Let's see, it's not bothering me that much. 41 minutes. Been out here, and it's good for you to walk around, even in the cold, because you're still getting exercise. Maybe your fingers don't like it. I got gloves on, but sometimes even with gloves on, your fingers can get a little tingled in them. Or mine do anyway, maybe not everybody's. But mine do. And I got water running out of my eyes. Oh, what's this say here? I got a low battery. All right, my battery's low, but I have a spare battery. But that spare battery's in my backpack. So I'm not going to be able to get a hold of that right now. And I'm going to keep going. I know when it says low battery, I've got about 15% left, 16, 17%, somewhere around that when it says low. So I can make it from here a little bit yet. And then I'll turn it off because I want to end this video properly without my battery going dead and just leaving you hanging there. So I like to end them properly. So anytime I know I got a low battery, I like to make sure I can sign off. Okay, there's where we went down. Started this trip right there. That's Terminal Drive. Terminal Drive. Yeah, I think it says Drive. Terminal Drive, I think that's what it's called. Not Terminal Road. Terminal, or that little street might be called something else. And then when you get down there, it's Terminal Drive. But yeah, that's South Street, sorry. South Street, down to the hotel. Then after that, when you head down, it's Terminal Drive. Okay. See all the nice big banks of snow along here yet. We're still recovering from that big storm. That was 2 or 3 days ago now. But we still got lots of snow around. And it'll be nice when it's not here, because it really gets in the way for parking. It's right out into the other lane there, and there's not really much room for, if you park, you're going to be sticking right out into the lane because there's so much snow here. You can't get right into the curb. But that's winter in Halifax, I guess. always got to get a couple of big storms. We did really good in December, hardly anything. Then we went through January, nothing. And now February is turning out to be the snow month. Well, I think it is typically most places. February is when you get your most snow. I'll let you by. Okay, now I think maybe if we make it up to Spring Garden Road, that might be a good place to sign off before I run out of my battery storage. I got a spare, but it's not practical when it's in the backpack on my back, so I'm going to have to shut this off and go somewhere and sit down for a while and plug my phone in and charge it up a little bit again. It takes a fair bit of power when you're doing videos because the nature of a video, I guess, just takes more power. And that's going to be the first item on my list. It's a nice heavy battery. I got to get a good battery. I got a storage battery, but it's a small one. If my phone's empty, it'll charge it right up once. And then that's about all it's good for. So what I need is a bigger one, and that'll charge my phone up 2 or 3 times. And my backpack has a wonderful feature. It's got a cord inside, and you can leave your battery in the bag. Then you can have a cord plugged into the bag, running around here to put it into your phone. And it'll keep your phone charged up the entire time. It won't lose a thing. It'll stay right on 100%, which is a great feature. So I think before very long I'm going to upgrade my battery. It's kind of small right now, but a bigger one would be very beneficial doing this type of work. I see the flags are at half mast today. I don't know if somebody died in the government. I never heard, but the flags are all at half mast, so that's a pretty good indication somebody has passed away that's famous in the government.
What did he end up getting?
Well, we're back up into civilization here again on Barrington Street now. Okay, so just for anybody who's not familiar with this, the university is up there, part of it, and the Lieutenant Governor's mansion is right there. And I believe that big church right there is the United Church of Canada, I believe. I could be wrong, but I passed it several times and I'm pretty sure that's the United Church. And this right here is an old burying ground that goes way back a long time. I think there's graves in there from 1700 and things like that. If there's a trail, I might go in, but if there's no way to get in right now because of the snow, it could be all closed up too. Might not even be allowed to get into heritage property. And one day I'm going to get in there and do some videoing. This what's here. This is here's the information. Old burying ground, 1749 to 1844. So it looks like this was dedicated July 17th, 1860. So it's been here a long time, but I can't get in today it's all locked up and they don't clean the snow away in the winter. So that'll be a trip for another day. Maybe this summer we'll walk through there and spend quite a bit of time, and we'll look at the headstones and see who's all buried there and how long ago they passed away and that kind of stuff. There could be somebody famous in there, we don't know. So we'll take a trip in there one day when the warm weather comes. Yep, so soon I'm going to turn off my camera because I got to be getting low. Let's see, how long have I been going? 50 minutes. I almost got an hour, and if my battery hadn't got low, I could have made it. I could have made an hour, but my battery got low, so. Well, we'll start walking up Spring Garden, and we're trying to find a nice place out of the wind to stop because I got to take my gloves off and do all that stuff. So, which will be very shortly here now because I know I don't have much power left on my battery. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand right opposite the big historic Catholic church, and I'm going to sign off right here. Always like to try to get something in my focus when I'm signing off. And okay, so here we go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't become a subscriber, push that subscribe button because it really will help. And I plan to make many more videos yet, so become a subscriber. And if you hit that little bell, you'll get a notice every time I make a video. And I don't mean you have to watch it, but if you want to, you can check my videos out. Okay, and hit that like button, and all will be good. Until next time, bye for now.